Hey, I'm so excited to be here in Boston. I was in San Francisco a few days ago. Y'all know San Francisco. You're like, It's kind of like your sister city, you know, the coastal elites. Y'all know what I mean. I was there. I was walking down Market Street, which, if you don't know, is like the main street in San Francisco. I was walking down the street, and a group of white people, there were 4 of them, okay? They were in a car. They yelled at me. They said, "Hey, why don't you go back to Nigeria?" They said that. I'm not even lying. And you know, the first thought that came into my head, the first thing I thought was, oh my God, how did they know? You know, I've been plagued with guilt, you know, just really feeling like I need to reach out to my host family from my study abroad program, and I've just been really meaning to go back, and I feel so guilty that I haven't. I feel like this is a sign. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Universe, you know. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, shit. This was hate speech. Hate speech. And I'm not going to lie, I was really impressed, because I travel across the country, and usually white folks say to me, "Take your black ass back to Africa." But not in San Francisco. No. No, there they know the names of countries in Africa. So, I mean, you got to give it up for geographically accurate racism, you know. They'll be like, "Why don't you go back to Africa?" And I mean, Mbutu, Mozambique, specifically there. Go there, you know. You know, I'll go if you buy the ticket, you know. We can crowdfund it, whatever. I love the opening question, because I do get asked all the time, like, what's it like to be a woman in comedy, blah, blah, those questions. Like, why do you do comedy? You're so brave. And the truth is that I got into stand-up comedy because I felt like it was the only respectable place for a grown-ass woman to publicly talk about her vagina, you know? I tried to do it as a social worker. You just re-traumatize kids. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, you know? And I know a lot of comedians like to talk about their private parts, but I feel like mine deserves more than talk, you know? I feel like what we're dealing with here is the Beowulf of our time, okay? No, I could see it now, and in 100 years or less, because the education system, you know? Teachers will be like, "Gather ye round, children. Gather, gather. Let me tell you a tale of a dark, mysterious place where only the bravest of men have dared to enter. A cavernous hole so deep that only the most cunning of women have risen to the challenge. A place so dark and full of despair that only the brightest neon of vibrators named after woodland creatures have journeyed. Dare I say, sweet child, only the heartiest of vegetables have survived its clutches." Just wait, just wait. Any wine drinkers in here? Yeah. Just trying to see where my bougie people are at, you know. I went to a wine tasting, not to brag, you know. I went to a wine tasting, and I don't know, the sommelier, you know what I mean, the sommelier, you know, was just like, "Oh, if you're looking for a good wine, this one right here is quite linear, you know. But if you want a more robust flavor, this Pinot Noir has a quite quadratic equation, you know." I'm just like, you know what? I came here to get drunk, not do math, you know? Started getting the sweats, just completely turned me off. But then I went to a gay wine tasting, all right? And to be clear, this wasn't wine that was gay, all right? This was a tasting that was done by gay people, okay? And if you don't know, gay people make everything better, okay? They describe, yes. They described the wine to me in a way that I could understand using pop culture references, you know? They were like, "This rosé is the Cardi B of rosé," right? Slightly overrated, but you'll feel cooler being associated with it, you know? Okay. Yeah, I got it, yeah. They're like, this wine right here, it's the Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child of wine, you know? It's not good on its own, but it pairs well with two other things, you know? I'm like, oh, got it. And I know, it's so easy to make fun of women in entertainment, but I mean, what could you say about a guy with wine, you know? This wine right here will assault your senses. But, you know, that's about it. I am an aging millennial. I feel very happy to be getting older. Not old enough to tell you my age. You don't need to know that, you know? But I know I'm getting older for a variety of reasons, you know? One, things that used to impress me don't impress me no more, you know? Like, I see people on social media bragging about shit. Like, oh my God, look, I met a celebrity. I'm like, they're all trash. Who cares, you know? I'm like, look at me. I just got a promotion. I am trying to not work, okay? That's the goal. Not working, right? You want to know what's really impressive? Let me tell you some impressive stuff, okay? I took not one, not two, but 3 bowel movements today, okay? That is impressive, all right? I'm literally on some new shit, okay? Get on my level, right? Fiber, right? Giving you life tips. And I also know that I'm getting older because when I watch Disney movies now, I really relate to the villain. Do you know what I mean? Let me break down, if I may, one of my personal favorite Disney movies, The Little Mermaid. Right? Yeah, classic, right? Who do you see as the villain in that movie? Ursula, right? The sea witch. You know what I see? I see a goddamn woman of color. Purple's a color, all right? She's working hard under the sea, under the oppressive rule of King Triton. Just another white man telling everybody what to do, right? Now, Ariel, the hero, quote unquote, is just another entitled princess. Right? Talk about privilege. The whole movie starts off, all the creatures of the sea are working for months to throw this bitch a birthday party. You know, they're like choreographing shit, you know? And she's just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go, you know? We see her keep a flounder in the friend zone. That's rude, you know? We see this red crab put his body on the line for her again and again. We all know this red crab is a Jamaican black man, but we're supposed to ignore the signs of slave labor in this movie, you know? She goes up to Ursula and she's just like, oh my God, I want to change everything about myself and just leave my family and like, fuck those people, forget them. For some dude I met for 15 seconds. He's really cute. And Ursula warns her. She's like, nah, baby, don't do it. You know, stay true to yourself. Watch it again, she warns her. But Ariel's like, do it. I like totally know what I want. I'm one of those bright young women. I'm so sick of swimming. Like, bitch, how you just sick of moving? You know what I mean? And Ursula sees that and she's just like, huh, a spoiled, entitled white child. I can monetize this. And I don't see that as villainous. I see that as heroic, okay? Ursula is, Ursula's a name we should say every February, black people. That's what I'm trying to tell you, you know? Rosa, Martin, Malcolm, Kaepernick, Ursula. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like talking about racism a little bit, just a little bit, because, I like to make audiences uncomfortable sometimes, you know? Like the sound of white assholes clenching up, you know? It's music to my ears. But speaking of music, there's one thing I have to talk about, and that is Pandora is racist. And I know you're looking at me like, oh my God, Luna, is everything racist? Yes. Right? But I don't have time to talk about that. I just have time to talk about Pandora. All right. Now, answer me this. All right. This is a question just for the white people in the audience. All right. You got to make them feel special sometimes. So this question is just for you. Let's have a real moment right now. Tell me the truth. When you listen to Pandora or whatever streaming service you do, when you listen to that, tell me the truth. Have you ever heard this ad? Okay. Girl, do you have bad credit? No. You've never heard that ad before. I'm looking at you. They won't play that on your, Pink Floyd playlist, Blake Shelton, I'm guessing. I don't know. They won't play that on your playlist, you know, but I played TLC No Scrubs one time. And somebody, probably one of y'all cousins, okay, created an algorithm that's just like, oh, it's a black person. They have bad credit, you know? Really fucked up. And I don't know who works at Pandora, but they're trying to throw salt all over my game. Now, I know some of y'all don't know what that means, okay? So let me break it down. I'm a romantic, right? I like to set the mood. And who do you go with? I personally like to go with Marvin Gaye. Yeah. And Marvin Gaye comes on, and he's doing his thing. And he's just like, I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on. And Pandora's like, do you think you have an STD but can't afford proper medical treatment? Thank you all so much. I've been Luna. Thank you.